NBC's hit drama Law & Order Special Victim Unit is wrapping up its 14th season this month.
And here to tell us a little bit more about the series and what we can expect from the finale are actors from the series, Kelli Giddish and Pino. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Now,
thank you.
Kelli, you're a little bit new to the show. What's it been like coming on to a show that's been around for so long?
You know, it's such a pleasure to go right into a cast and in a working, well-oiled machine like Law & Order. You know, it's a pleasure to work with someone like Dick Wolf that's been around for so many years and obviously is doing something right. And to be the blonde on the scene, I have to say that, I mean, it is. It's like, you know, because I've had other shows, and this is really like a family, and it's, you know, it's in New York, which is such a huge part of why I think the show is successful. Being in New York and like being out on the streets, and I know when I was 22, I came to New York, and I was just like, oh wow, you know, like you see all these trailers and campers set up, and now I'm in one of those campers, which is I'm so grateful for.
Well, Kelli won the coin toss on being the blonde on the show. I had to dye my hair black. But you know, maybe this year I'll win the coin toss and I'll be the blonde on the show.
Oh, well, you never know. I mean, I understand the blonde thing between Seth and I, but Danny, you play a detective. Tell us what playing that role is like.
You know, playing a detective, it's like playing a grittier, true-to-life superhero. You know, it's somebody who is battling evil and trying to shed light on darkness, but does it in a way that is naturalistic and real. And that's probably the closest thing to a real superhero that we have out in the public. I know that, you know, police officers get bad press when bad police officers do bad things, but the vast majority of police officers, like my real brother, who's a detective in Miami, more often than not, they're the ones that are running towards the danger that the general public runs away from. So to me, that's always been, since, you know, I was a kid, wanting to be a superhero, you know, wanting to pretend like you could have that courage. And that's something that I always look forward to playing.
Danny, that's a really good point, because you're right. A lot of police officers, they get a bad reputation, but it shows like you, it's people putting them in a positive light that do really help. Now, let's talk show, because people have been watching it since the beginning for 14 seasons. I know you can't, but just give us a little something from the finale. Maybe a tidbit, a morsel that we can take with us.
Okay, we're going to give you the spoiler. Okay,
yes,
ready?
Oh, a
just
spoiler!
Give me the whole thing, Danny, the whole thing.
Yeah.
We're allowed to do this. We're saying to everybody.
Is it cool? Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, they've got the okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yes, we're ready.
Hold on, just give me a second. I need some coffee. Hold on.
Yeah. I'll give you a drum roll.
So see,
I am on the edge of my seat.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. This just in, we can't.
Oh, you tricked us. That was some good acting.
I thought I heard you can do it.
Oh, can and can't, very similar things. All right, fine. Well, you know what? It's vastly different. Let's redirect. Let's talk about what it's like offset, because your show deals with really, really heavy subject matter, and you kind of, it must take a toll on you after a while.
well, as I've said before, like my nightmares were horrendous when I first started the show, and like I've spoken with Mariska and Danny, at least, you know, minor nightmares, like we're actually dealing, you know, like with stories that people have experienced for real, you know. So at least minor nightmares, and at least we can bring to light a lot of people's stories, which is why I think we have such a great fan base, which I think is why people as talented as Warren Leight still want to write for a show like this, which is why, you know, actors such as Pino, Mariska, Dan, you know, I mean, just all these people.
Kelli Giddish.
There we go.
Exactly.
All these people that it still attracts such talent, because we're actually putting stuff out that matters, you know, and that people really they really care to watch week to week for 15 years. I mean, like and I'm very excited to see what next year brings.
Oh, hey, we are too, and it's funny, yeah, you go on IMDb, and it seems like everyone who's anybody has been on Law and Order. So thanks to the two of you for being on it. It was really a pleasure talking with you today.
Thank you for being with us.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy your day.
You're welcome. And the season finale will air tonight right here on 22 News.